guys, it's Jess and welcome back to another video. So in today's video is going to be a little different than my normal videos because like my normal videos I would like do random vlogs. I mean, they're not random. I mean, I plan them out obviously, but they're not like this one. And as you guys can see, this is my story time video and how I fell in love. And I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but I really did. The reason why I didn't do this as my first video because I wasn't comfortable talking in front of a camera like I am now. Before, I didn't really want to talk. I didn't mind showing my face, but then at the same time, I have to talk. And I'm like, I don't want to talk. I'm sorry if this lighting isn't like bright. Yeah, so this all started. I had a friend in like middle school. We had a class together freshman year of high school. I was 14 and then September came along. So our Arizona schools, they start in like the beginning of August, middle of August, beginning of August. So anyway, I hung out with her like during the summer and we did like our summer assignments. Ignore that pile of clothes over there. Oh no, okay, I need to clean. For our English classes, that way we had them done. We finished, and then so when freshman year started, my first hour was biology and I didn't know anyone and it was like, it wasn't assigned seats. So instead, so I went in and I sat with her because I didn't know anyone else. Like everyone else was like a sophomore, junior, or senior, and then there was us two. I mean, there was other freshmen too, but like we didn't talk to them, and the most that I talked to was like her because I had other classes with her in middle school, and then we hung out during the summer, during that summer assignment. So we sat like kind of towards the back, like second row before the back, and then there was these two senior guys that sat right behind us, like in the very back, and we had no intentions or anything. We were forced to like work together in groups because it was like 4 rows, so like that first 2 rows, the first 2 rows were like a group, and then us 2 rows, back rows, were like a group 2 of 4. Obviously I didn't know what grade they were. I thought they were freshmen too because I was a freshman and I didn't know any better. I thought it was just like gonna be all in freshman class, but it wasn't. So they told us that they were seniors, and then as like time went on, like we talked to them because they were like in our group, so we just talked to them and we like became friends. In high school, keep in mind that I wasn't trying to like get into a relationship. I didn't care about anything. I just wanted to be there and go to school. I didn't do any extracurricular activities or like do anything. I didn't go do anything out of my comfort zone. So I just like, I was even voted like the most quietest in my class. So I was just in high school, I was just there and I didn't do much. I didn't do anything for my school. I didn't do anything. Okay, I joined one club my senior year, which was the science club. Like over time between August, like when we started school, and like my birthday in like September, one of them added me as a friend on Facebook and I was like, oh okay. I just added him and I was like, okay, cool, I have more friends now. We didn't message or anything, I just added him as a friend. I didn't have any intentions of being in a relationship because, first of all, I thought he had a girlfriend, and I'm pretty sure he did at the time. And so I was like, okay, whatever. I know this guy, he's in my class, he has a girlfriend, okay, cool, who cares? My birthday comes by and he's like, happy birthday, beautiful. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. No one really like complimented me at the time either. I mean, my friends did, but like no other guy did. So I was like, oh, that's really sweet. Like, that's so nice of you saying that because I didn't think so. But apparently you do. Thanks a lot. And it just made my day. So as time went on, we just talked about biology. We didn't even introduce ourselves. I mean, they knew our names and stuff, but like they didn't know anything about us and we didn't know anything about them. So right after my birthday, which was like a week after, it was homecoming week. And then that week, one of them asked me to homecoming. I said no. And the reason I said no is because someone asked me to go to the homecoming dance with them, and I said no as well because I'm not much of a dancer, first of all. It's my freshman year and I'm just like, okay, this is all so like, there's so much going on. I needed to like slow down. So I was like, nope, I don't care at the time. And I was like, I don't care about anything. I just want to like be here. Oh, my home phone's ringing. I just didn't care, and I just didn't want. Really? hair. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to like go to school, and instead I just went to the homecoming game because all my other friends were going. So I just went to the homecoming game and they all went to the homecoming dance. So when the dance was over, I had my mom come pick me up. I didn't mean to say when the homecoming dance was over because I didn't go to the homecoming dance. I meant to say when the homecoming game was over, I left and my mom came to pick me up. So the next week came and I noticed that one of them wasn't there, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Oh, that sounds so bad, but like I didn't even try to reach out and like say, hey, are you okay, or anything. We weren't that close anyway. We didn't talk a lot. We only talked when we had to do like a packet or something, then we like grouped together. But other than that, we didn't really talk. So the week after that, yeah, the middle, like towards the end of October, we came back from fall break, and then as like the week went by, one of the guys that like sat behind me, he like grabbed my phone, and I had an Android. It was a Galaxy S, the first one, and you know, like those little patterns that they had, and I'm pretty sure I have an easy one, so he could have figured it out right away anyway. I'm talking about the pattern that they used to have on your Android as your like password. I think that I was on my phone and I think I was like texting one of my friends, and then he like grabbed my phone. Not aggressively, but like he like grabbed my phone out of my hand, and I was like, can I have it back please? He put his number in, and then he texted himself, and I was like, okay, great. And I didn't do much with the number because I thought he still had a girlfriend. I don't have any intentions of doing anything else, but he did text me first. It was very mutual. It was just like as friends. And then as the week went on, I brought my favorite sunglasses, and they were kind of like Ray-Bans, but they weren't Ray-Bans. They were knockoff ones, I would say. Like, oh no, the ones that you get from the store. Not okay, you can get Ray-Bans from the store. Yeah, knockoff one. I'll put a picture right here. They like look like these. Those were like my favorite sunglasses. I didn't bring anything to school. I just wanted to bring my sunglasses that day because they were my favorite, and I didn't think I was gonna lose them, yeah, or get them taken from another person. Anyway, he like took them because we had like first hours together. So, and I was like, can I have this back? And then he was like, I'll give it back after class. And I was like, okay, whatever. Anyway, I forgot about them because I am very forgetful. I still am. And then, so after school comes around, and I was like, oh, he still has my sunglasses. Like, maybe I should text him. But like, I wasn't trying to find him after school either because my mom came to pick me up. So I was like, okay, that evening, I was like, hey, can you bring it? And then I think that's the same day he asked me out. And at that moment, I was playing Call of Duty with one of my other friends that like lived down the street from me, and I thought we were like so cool because we were girls and we loved playing Call of Duty, and it was like the coolest thing. I thought it was cool. So he asked me out, and I was like, I don't know. And I was playing video games with my friend, and I was like, hey, this guy asked me out. And she's like, well, it's up to you. And I was like, well, I do think he's cute. At first, like, I thought it was really sweet that he told me happy birthday. I mean, I know it like gave you a notification, but you still like went out of your way to tell me happy birthday. I don't know. I had like a little crush on him, but then I was like, it's not gonna happen because I'm a freshman and he's a senior, so I was like, it's not gonna work. That day I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And then he was like, are you sure? I was like, yes. And then, so yeah, this was October 21st. 2011. Yeah, almost 8 years ago. Ever since that day, we hung out here and there after school, and I would tell my mom like, hey, can you pick me up later, because he had a curfew, kind of. His mom wanted him home at a certain time, so I would hang out for a certain amount of time, like after school, and then he would just like go home after, and my mom would come pick me up. And then as time went on, I remember there was like one day we always hung out during lunch, and like I was never alone. I was always either with him by myself sitting in the hallway during lunch, and I never ate lunch during school because I didn't like it, or I like sat with him and his friends during lunch. And then, so one day out of all the other days, he had family come in the middle of the week and he didn't come to school. So I was like, this is weird, because he would walk me to class every period. Even during lunch, he would come to my class and get me. We would hang out. And then he didn't come in till like the middle of lunch. So I sat by myself. I know this sounds really sad, but I didn't hang out with my friends really. I don't have a lot of friends. That sounds really sad too. But I don't have a lot of friends. I have like a little circle of friends that are like really close to me, and I love them so much. Been that way my entire life. I've never had like big friend groups. And then we just started like hanging out every single day after school, and then like on weekends we didn't see each other obviously, but we would text each other. Yeah, like holidays and like weekends we didn't see each other. And then up until December, Christmas Eve in 2011, 2 months into our relationship, I went over to his house. I asked my mom because my dad was out of town, so I knew like if I asked my mom she would say yes, because if my dad was here then he would say no, and like my mom and I are like best friends, so I tell her everything kind of. So I asked her, I was like, hey, can I go with my friend? Because at the time I didn't want to say like boyfriend or anything. I was kind of embarrassed because I didn't want them saying anything, and especially when you're 15 and they're not in your grade and they think that, yeah. So I just said, hey, can I go with my friend? And then she was like, yeah, sure. So he came and like picked me up, and we went over to his house, and I met all his siblings. Coming from an only child's point of view, that's kind of overwhelming for me. I mean, it was fun because he had like so many siblings, and I was like, wow, this is a big family. At the same time, I was like, wow, this is a big family. This is like overwhelming. How do you deal with this? Yeah, over time we just like hung out and stuff, and I met all his siblings and his parents and his step siblings and we had fun. I enjoyed it. Later on we just kept hanging out, and like we were together almost every single day ever since I've been with him every single day. Now we're coming on to 8 years. I'm still with Kevin to this day, like from that story, from when I didn't care and now. That kind of, yeah. So I've been with Kevin ever since, and it's been 7.5 years and almost 8 years. In October it will be 8 years. Yeah, I mean, we have our ups and downs. I mean, what relationship doesn't have their ups and downs? Obviously, if you're just happy all the time, that's not a relationship. You learn that communication is like a huge key factor into your relationship. Like, you have to communicate. You can't just like walk away and then think that everything will be fine, or like be quiet and think that everything will be fine. Because I remember I used to be quiet and try to like go away from our problems, and like hopefully it would go away. It doesn't just go away as long as you talk about it and like build off of it, and then keep loving each other. Yeah, and that's how we've been together for like 8 years, because we've just tried. At times we want to like rip each other's heads off, and I will keep loving him forever, actually. So yeah, moral of the story is that you just need to fight and keep going. You just gotta keep loving each other. And that's the best advice I can give you. Just communicate with each other, and obviously you have ground rules and know what you want, and also learn to like truly love yourself so you can love the other person. I also had to like learn how to love myself. You grow from that, and then you learn to like love other people. So this brings us into part 2 of my story time. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I upload pretty consistently every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, magical day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, walk